George had a small coffee shop. He had two sons and a daughter. George's elder son was very smart in studies and helped his father at work. His daughter helped her mother at home, but George's younger son was neither good in studies nor he listened to his parents. He used to play in the street all the time or watch bikes being fixed in a mechanic shop near the house. Both of his parents were very worried about him as Jack was not paying any attention to his studies. George used to scold Jack all the time for not studying, but Jack didn't care about any scolding. One day, some people came to George's shop and started asking the price of his shop. When George asked them the matter, they said, "We are coming from the bank. You took out a loan by mortgaging this shop 10 years ago, but the loan has not been returned yet. So you have to give this shop to the bank now." As George had no money, all he could do was hand over the shop to the bank. After giving the shop, George had nothing to do. George was not even educated enough to get a job. He tried to open another small business with all his savings, but George didn't succeed. Also, all the savings he had were lost. The situation at home became so bad that they hardly eat one meal a day. His children were expelled from school for not paying fees. Jack now started staying in the workshop all the time. One day, Jack observed that if the engine of the car breaks down from anywhere, instead of fixing it, it is thrown away and a new engine is put into the bike. Jack started thinking of reusing these engines to make something that would work for him and others. For days and days, he just kept thinking about the idea. One day, Jack fixed the engine and returned to his home. When he got home, he heard his father talking to his mother saying that, "If I had a bike, I would have started delivering things online." Right after hearing this, a plan hit upon Jack's mind. Jack started to change his bicycle into a bike. Several days went by. Jack failed many times. But he didn't give up, and he ended up converting his bicycle into a bike using an old engine. Now Jack and his father started delivering goods to people in a very short time through the internet. With this work, day by day, the conditions of his house started to improve. They also became famous as a fast service company in the city, and slowly the word spread in the whole country that a child had opened a fast service company. The news channels interviewed Jack about how he earned good money delivering through his converted bike and registered a big company on his name. Other famous companies were ready to pay Jack a good price if he told them how he made such a great bike by reusing old engines. One day, the government gave Jack a medal and he was awarded with a prize of money. His name appeared in the Guinness like famous scientists. Jack requested the government to manufacture this bike so that the bike is not out of reach of anyone, as it was affordable in price. Seeing Jack's achievement and fame all over the country, his parents were very proud of him. The Jack made a name for himself but also did a great job for the other people.